Our next guest is a keynote speaker who advises groups and organizations on how to enhance their current fitness, style, and overall wellness status.
He's in town promoting his new book. It's called Celebrate Life, How to Live It Up, Discover Fulfillment, and Experience the Joy You Deserve. We welcome Marcello Pedalino here to Virginia this morning. Good morning.
Well, good morning. Thanks,
I can
for
feel the positive vibe coming off of you this morning, Marcello.
It's kind of tough not to. We've got live jazz in the studio. I mean, he was phenomenal. So this is a great way to start the day here.
Yeah, and you bring this book. I was flipping through the book, and I told you, I said it's just very approachable. The pictures are wonderful. The words that you have, the advice that you have, it's very uplifting.
Thank you. And again, I wrote the book as a book I would want to read. It's big print, a lot of pictures, so you can bang it out in about 2 hours. A lot of people say on the flight home they read it.
And a pretty baby on the cover too.
Yeah, it's my 7-year-old Isabella. She's a doll. She's a sweetheart. She's a rock star.
And you said that you wrote this book really for her.
I did. You know, we're not guaranteed to live forever, and you never know, things can happen. So in case I ever die too soon, I wanted Isabella to be able to learn everything I would have ever wanted to teach her. So I wrote this book for the peace of mind. And she's old enough. She actually read it and gave me a book report, gave me a few pointers.
How'd you do? Did you get an A+?
I did really well. Thank you very much. I did well.
Well, wait till she's 13. It'll be a whole different
That's
story.
what I'm told.
Let's
yes.
run through some of these, and they're pretty, you know, common sense stuff, but you have to stop and think about them. The very first one on your list is take care of yourself.
Right. The bottom line is, Bill, if you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of the people who depend on you. And it's 2017. People need to know that, you know, it's nutrition, exercise, and sleep. And if you're not making those a priority, you're making life a lot harder than it needs to be.
And something else that can add toxicity to your life is point number 2, keep good company.
Oh my goodness, that's one of my favorites. A good friend of mine, Neen James, she talks about VDPs and VIPs. You want to surround yourself with VIPs, very inspirational people, those people that will empower you, make your life, they're going to challenge you and make your life better. A VDP is someone who can come up with a problem for every solution. We all know someone like that. You need to stay away, and that also includes your online and social media interactions.
Yeah, people that help you move on to the next phase and push you along at the same time. The next one here is something that, you know, Dad always said, if you're doing what you love, it's not work.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the cliff notes of this chapter is once you figure out what it is that you love to do, then you want to find that sweet spot of not only doing what you love, but earning enough money so you can still have time to enjoy the fruits of your labor. In other words, you can work and make all the money you want, achieve all the status you want, but if you're not really enjoying your life, spending time with your family, then what good is it? They don't put a U-Haul on your hearse. That's what we like to say back home.
And the next point brings up some of the beautiful pictures in your book. You say travel, and you and your family do travel and have some wonderful pictures in the book.
We do, and you can start small. You know, travel outside your zip code, travel outside the country when possible, but I also say travel outside your comfort zone whenever you can, and experience and learn from other people's cultures. My family and I, we choose Costa Rica. I've been going for about 18 years now, every year for the month of January. I've got friends out there that are like family, and they taught me things like you can actually earn half as much money, but you can be twice as happy. That's why you need to travel.
And if you go to someplace else, I mean, it is a small world, and we think we're all connected now, but people in different parts of the world do live differently than we live, and they have a different approach to life.
They do, and the beauty of that is it's whatever floats your boat. You know, you never know. It's not all about just money and status. To me, it's about time, and that is life's most precious commodity.
Another point is make a difference.
Yeah, this one's real simple. If you want to feel good about yourself, be good to someone else. You know, I actually saw something on your show. It was a tweet you guys put out, bowling for boobs. That's something you guys do down here. I love the name, but obviously it's for the breast cancer awareness and things of that nature. You can do something simple as holding the door open for someone, give someone a genuine compliment, but you can also do things like my sister-in-law last weekend, she did a Dancing with the Stars tribute. They raised money for caregivers back home in New Jersey, for the caregivers who take these senior citizens to the market, to the pharmacy, to the food store and whatnot, and that's really important. So they feel good, you feel good, everybody wins. It's one of those rare times in life when it's a win-win for everybody.
So much of this is such great life advice. For instance, like don't sweat the small stuff. You kind of address that in your book too.
Of course, of course. You know, you're going to find out that I like to say, from what I've learned, is 5 years from now, will it matter? You know, that's what I was taught, and really, generally 5 days from now, it's not going to really matter. So just move forward, move forward.
Yeah, and that's the point. You say, let it go.
Yeah, that's probably the toughest chapter to write for me, and it was also, for people, it's one of the toughest things to actually go through. In other words, there's times in your life when you will fight an unwinnable war. when no matter what you do, you will spin your wheels. Whether it's the other side, they won't compromise, or you're just dealt a bad hand. You know, there's the death of a loved one, a divorce, the loss of a job, whatever it is, there are times when you cannot recover. And the best thing you can do is to move on. You know, Dave Ramsey, who's a brilliant financial guru who I listen to, he says, "To heck with the cheese, get out of the trap." There are times you just need to move forward. Don't give up, don't give in, but there are times when you need to move on.
Marcello Pedalino, thank you so much. The new book is called Celebrate Life.